making all these sacrifices to play football, it was like, what else am I interested in? What else am I passionate about? And that's a long-winded way of saying, so I'm a serial entrepreneur at this point. I think that's the best way
Absolutely.
to call it, or that's what people call it. Like, I'm a boss. I want to own my own. I'm very comfortable with collaboration, but I want to create the life I want. I want my schedule. It is my schedule, right? Like, people ask me what I want to do post football, and I tell them I want to do what the I want, when the I want. Period. It's not a egotistical thing. It's just I've been sacrificing since fourth grade for this. I've been dieting, running around the house in trash bags since fourth grade for this, and so I'll be if I do all that since fourth grade to go and have to take orders from somebody else when I think I got some pretty good ideas and I want to see them come to fruition. So um, I do that through regular investing. This is the best way to say it. For my investment categories: regular investing, investing in trading my own portfolio, in stock market and things of that nature. Alternative investor. Now I'm a big venture investor, angel investor at this point. I don't know if big is the right word, but I got a pretty substantial portfolio there. Real estate developer, used to just be investor, but now developer. Started for single family flips and literally this morning watched our first of um, four, first of five, excuse me, multifamily uh, buildings and projects be developed. And so literally this morning, which is why was wearing this shirt, we have a 41 unit being developed in downtown Newark, New Jersey. We just watched the excavator just start knocking that bad boy down this morning, right? And so extremely proud. Also doing some land development now, buying up land and then now making the Amazons, the Home Depots, the Targets of the world our tenant. And so for me, so that's the investment side. Also big into crypto investing as well too. And then now, on the flip side of that, what I've done is, and sorry, this is a very long-winded answer,
Nah,
but
keep
that's the
going, man.
reason
Keep
why I'd
going.
be
Keep
damned
dropping them.
if I gotta be if I'm going to work for somebody else. And it's nothing wrong with that because shoot, in the NFL, I work for somebody else. But um, the on the flip side of that, years ago, I basically thought that, it was a little messed up that we sit all these years in school and we don't learn about the things that we really have to do in life. How to buy a house, how to buy a car, 401k, what is it? Right? Everybody talks about good debt, bad debt. Where I grew up, like, what are you talking about? Good debt? What are you talking about? Like, I don't know what you're talking about, right? So, like, we created a class years ago and we started teaching at the University of Pennsylvania called Life 101. It's literally all the things you deal with in life from a money standpoint. Let's talk about them before you actually are faced with those decisions. I shouldn't learn about buying a house or how to buy a house or what I should look for in a closing disclosure at the closing table. Well, you should learn about that in school instead of learning about the tangent of a 45-degree angle. Well, I'm not even going to say instead of. Some people are going to use that tangent of 45-degree angle, but all of us are going to need our credit score.
Right.
It's going to matter to us at some point. So for me, we started teaching that class 4 years ago. We just finished up our fourth year doing it at the University of Pennsylvania, which, just because I'm here with family, it's strategic. We're teaching it at an Ivy League school, right? Not to be elitist or anything like that, but more importantly, it was to show the world that if the University of Pennsylvania is teaching this course, why aren't you? If they're
Right.
emphasizing it, making it important, why isn't every college doing it? And then we were able, what we've tried to do and what we're actively executing on is using that flagpole as a way to trickle down the spectrum. And now we've gotten our class in the high schools and we've been able to use production in, 2022, not the timestamp, but, you got them cameras, you got all this high production video quality. How can we use that and create materials that everyone has access to, not just the kid at Penn, but the younger version of myself in Baltimore, the younger version of my grandparents back at home in Mississippi. We got our class out to over 65,000 high school students around the country and growing in over 70 cities. And we're just continuing to try to scale that up. Now we're working on other products, children's books, young adult books. We built a consultancy on. We've been doing paid speaking engagements and creating partnerships and advising the advisor partnerships and deals, consultation agreements, so that we can continue to help, for me, democratize the access to information. And so Oh, that is a long way of saying I'm a hustler, baby. I'm gonna
Yes,
find a
sir.
way. I'm gonna make it happen. But ultimately, the reason why I started this conversation, like I said, ultimately the things I'm doing are more about impact and legacy. Because honestly, I could probably just focus on the real estate side, and we go try to compete with the. I don't want to say compete. We don't need to compete with each other. We can go try to uh, be like and emulate the Don Peebles of the world, right? But for me, it's also more important to how can I, as J. Cole said, what good is first class if my brothers is broke? What good is first class if my friends can't sit, right? And so I want to make sure everybody has a chance to learn this information so they can put their money to work for them, and we built a business off of it.